The burrito is the best.
No, I'm not. I'm saying there's a way to cook food. There's a reason why burritos make sense, why pizzas make sense. There's a protein, veggie, bread kind of combo, and this combo in different like ratios, and makes different things. So you you want to understand why pizza, burritos, and all that are actually popular foods, not oh, I subjectively like burritos over pizza. No, that's not how you want to think about it. When I'm thinking about Islam, what I want is I have a finite amount of time on Earth. That's one. I don't have an infinity, so I can spend there reading everything. Can't do
Are
that.
you sure?
What I need to do, because I don't, just facts. We're all gonna die. So
I know, but how do you
what we
know
need
that
to
you're
go is
not
a
going to have?
process of elimination.
How do you know that you haven't always existed? I mean, the if you're alive now, that means you were dead before, and so that probably means you were alive before that. Like, I'm not saying reincarnation is the way it's maybe presented. I'm just saying that there's a chance that you are an infinite consciousness.
I don't believe I was or am an infinite consciousness. I don't believe in infinities, period. I believe in potential infinities that continue, just like our universe. Our universe isn't an actual infinity as much as it's a potential infinity expanding and where we can never reach the horizon. So it's pointless. It is, by all means, an actual infinity in the sense, because we will never reach the horizon. But we know there's a horizon and we know there's an expansion. It's a potential infinity in that sense. I believe in potential infinities. I don't believe in actual infinities. I'm not an actual. I don't even believe God is an infinity, like an actual infinity, in that sense.
You don't think God is infinite?
Infinite in one way. In wisdom, sure.
In the word
In
infinite, I
knowledge,
don't know how to
Yeah,
describe
well,
it. It's
no,
infinite.
now I know you're full of shit because
uh, there's a difference between actual infinities and potential infinities, depending on what position you hold on this. Which again, you don't want to hold to actual infinities. I mean, physics, we don't like actual infinities. Math, no one likes actual infinities. We want potential infinities. It makes everything make sense. If God was actually an infinity in every means, then what you're saying is that we're God. Or what you're saying is we're inside of God, which is what the Kabbalists say,
Yeah.
pantheism or pantheism. It's not something acceptable. We don't accept that. We say God is as he doesn't give birth and he isn't born. And so he's not he's we're not some ontological descendant. As in, we're not sharing the same ontology, and we're just receiving this, or we're part of this. We're not that. Nor are we born. Nor are we some sort of product or some sort of like overflowing of this. No, we are a distinct creation. We're distinct. There's there's a real distinction between us and God. Nothing
Well,
needs to be
the
understood.
Chinese version of creation is that the earth created us in the same way that an apple tree apples, the earth peoples, and so uh, it's basically a way of saying the same thing but using a different perspective or relativity, and this is why the Chinese have a superior philosophical and psychological modality for treatment and for uh, living one's life in peace, unlike a lot of Abrahamic faiths, which are constantly engaged in conflict with each other because their perspective and their relative position is so tentative that there's this um, inferiority complex or uh, self esteem issue within the faith itself because it's so fantastical and mythological as opposed to
I
being
just
natural.
understand what you're saying. Let's just look at Judaism, for example. You think Judaism is, if you look at a lot of the cruxes of the struggles that have been happening, it's been happening with one mutual party with the others, which is the Roman Empire, or you would say Christendom, at least based on Constantine's version of it. That's what we've been in conflict with, whether Jew or Muslim. Most of our conflicts have literally been with Rome or the legacy of Rome. That's what we've been fighting. Other than that, I don't know what you're talking about. I mean, I would say, like with Jews or the Israelites, I mean, depends on which time period, but it would. It's assumed like it's not something like when I hear about Assyria or Babylon or all that, that makes sense to me. Why you had empires, you have them expanding, and if you're either a vassal or you're gonna be a slave. It's one of the two, or you fight back. It's just that's how it is.
Have you read?
I don't say the source of this is religion.
See, wait, you don't like the Romans, right? You think they're a bunch of evil cocksuckers.
No, I don't think they're a bunch of evil cucks either. I just think they saw things a specific way, and like Constantine valued the empire, the unity of the empire, whether geography or whether philosophy, ideology. He wanted to unite the empire, and unfortunately, that came at the cost of pursuing knowledge and truth because he made something a dogma, and he threatened to use the authority of the empire against anybody who challenges this dogma, which is Nicaea. So that's
Well, have you read
to
Marcus Aurelius or Seneca? I mean, Stoic philosophy is extremely intelligent, and
well, they
you should
use Stoic. It's
you should read it
integrated in
because
Christianity.
it even has metaphysics in there. It has science. It has everything that we're talking about.
Tradition. I like the Stoic tradition. I have nothing against what you say idealism. It's nothing. I'm an idealist myself. I believe in virtues and ethics. I hold to
It's more
virtue
than
and
that.
ethics as well.
Have you read Marcus Aurelius's Meditations?
No.
You should, because it is a soliloquy to God. I mean, but it also even debates whether gods or God exists, and it. But again, it's about intelligence, and you really have to read Marcus Aurelius because he was.
Bro, I'm down to read anything but someone needs to give me a reason. What did they extract from this that they believe this is worthy of reading in a way that isn't just informative, that thing that can actually give you a new insight, but if this model's already available, it's already been integrated into Christianity. And I can tell in Christianity, oh, this is probably from the Stoics, then that's fine. I don't need to go read a specific book. What did the Stoics have to offer that isn't offered by the Christians or the Platonists or the Jews or what is it?
You have to. Marcus Aurelius's Meditations can induce a state of gnosis, and there are some passages in there that are so profound and so unique and so transformative.
The top one,
just,
the most profound one.
Just Google Marcus Aurelius quotes.
You. I just want.
It says life is like a river, a violent river. Images, characters appear, and then those are taken away. Then something new appears, and that is taken away. I can't quote it, but I have read it many times, and I've recorded it, and it definitely has Gnostic passages of supreme divine wisdom, and Marcus was very close to the deity.
Well, to tell me that the world is like the river and the flow and the ripples in the river, and how you see the timeless river continue to flow, but yet within it the waves and are oscillating. Or that's fine. We already believe that, bro. We already accept stuff like that.
Well, don't take my word for it. Read the Master Marcus, and then you may come to know the divine wisdom too. I don't know what to tell you. I can tell you to read a book.
Divine wisdom is already the wise man, the sage of the world has already shown up. His name is Muhammad, man. That's it. And through his book, literally in this book, it contains everything, everything that there was no Kabbalah before Islam.
What does the name Muhammad mean? What does the name Muhammad mean?
The blessed one.
How do you break it down? Mo, Ham, and then add Moham.
Hamd. So Hamd.
Mohammed. So how did people address him?
That is blessed. So the Mo is the one that is
Did his mother give him that name? Did his father give him that name?
No, I think they were orphan. It was his grandfather, I believe,
Did
you
he
know.
go to a cave? Did he
Actually, I do
disappear?
think his father, or wait a second, his mother, yes, and then his mother died young, and then his grandfather took care of him, then his uncle took care of him. Yeah, there you go. Did he go and meditate? Yes, he did. Did he practice monotheism? Yes, he did. He didn't worship idols. Yes, and he engaged in meditation, in absolution, in cleanliness, and all of that, which is a lot of these things can be found among the Essenes. So you can see all of these, what you would call Merkava mysticism or chariot mysticism.
Mm-hmm.
So this is literally the mysticism, or you would say the Gnosis tradition, like at least during the time of Jesus or before Jesus. So this is what it is, and you would see it very much. What you're describing is literally in alignment with chariot mysticism, and finding a way, a practice to obtain either divine revelation or divine communication, or even ascension. So that's all this is. Enoch, one could even say Jesus.
But when you say ascension, that is a higher state of consciousness which deals with intelligence.
Well, just again, some people took this literally, as in they think that they can ascend through the heavens, and then there are people who saw this as knowledge-wise, gnosis. And it just depends on how you're viewing it. I think some people took this overly literally. I think people till this day, Kabbalists take this overly literally. I think so. That's not it. That's what I believe. Like, there's like the Kabbalist kind of tradition led to something, and then there was like a split. Those guys ended up going into like science, and these guys kind of stuck in their own. That's it, bro. Like you can only get so much by understanding the world or trying to break down this sequence, this numerology. You can only understand so much. You need to continue. And they just stopped.
They didn't stop. What are you talking about? People are obsessed and all. They spend their whole lives dealing with all this stuff.
The real ones are literally working on string theory. Go look at string theory. It's full of Jews and Kabbalists and all that. Like,
yeah.
They got look up Aleph theory. They're literally made up now string theory isn't really working. There's like a whole new reframing. Like we need to like reframe everything in physics. I forgot what Aleph theory or Aleph. Look up Aleph physics. You're gonna get this. They're working on this, bro.
It's not. There's nothing new under the sun, and everything that is has already been. Have you ever heard of Dr. Paul Foster Case?
No.
Well, you should really read him, and you should read Israel Regardie, Aleister Crowley. You should read Marcus. I mean, there's a lot of books, man. I mean, I've got a lot of books in my house, and they're the best investment.
All you keep telling me, John, is that I'm spiritual state, spiritual peace, like chance, or what do you call it, chantra or whatever, and this is gonna induce this hypnotized state. That's all. You're just telling me.
It's not a stupid hypnosis. It's not a stupid hypnosis. It's a super intelligent hypnosis, because it's not. You could say Om, which is the sound of all sounds, the sound of creation, the sound of the universe. It's not stupid, but you're also not. It's like going to a water park and never riding any of the rides. It's just like sitting there at the cafe and just having a piece of pizza when you want to go out and have fun and ride all the different tubes. It's like it's not time traveling, but it's like tube traveling or Gnostic traveling. I mean,
no, you don't want to just go to the gym and do biceps. You want to do back, and you want to do legs.
Yeah, and you got to rotate. Exactly. You don't do the same muscle group every day. You rotate.
I understand. I'm not isolating all the other things. I'm looking into other things as well. But my main path is Islam. Why? Because it has contributed the most, and it has contributed to all these things. And so,
but that's your opinion. It's your opinion. It's contributed
That's
the most.
not my opinion.
It's a fact. Okay, we're playing the opinion fact game now. Okay.
The numbers, the very algebra, the algorithms, all of that came from Islam, the Quran. All of that. That's what triggered into these people's minds. They saw this, and their analysis of this is what gave us all these things. And if it wasn't for these things, it gave us all the basics of sciences, it gave us surgery, it gave us even the evolution theory and natural selection. This has all been present. You can find all of this if you just look into the Muslim history, if you look into that golden age specifically. So you'll see that all of this has been named half of the stars for God's sakes, man. This is not they came up with the what is it called? The Aristlab or whatever that thing is, that mechanized compass. Literally fucking fully mechanical, and the thing works like a computer. You know we can't replicate this till today. You can't make one.
Yeah, I know their mathematical and engineering capabilities were impressive, but guess what year it is? It's 2025, and I know there's a historical legacy and a continuity of information and intelligence, but the problem is, you think that something in the medieval ages is,
You call them medieval ages, or the West calls it the medieval age. We don't call it. It's just the Middle Ages for us. That's it. It was the Dark Age. Was mainly
I know.
The Catholic Church, the Western Church, pretty much
get
brought everybody into the Dark
I get
Age.
it, but you could say that the Dark Ages were actually the best time because it wasn't littered with all this spam. People were living naturally without all this
Depends
spam.
on where you were. If you were in the West, they were at the Dark Ages. If you were in the Middle East or the Muslim world, you were living what you would call the Golden Age.
I get it, but that is still relative and opinion based.
It's not relative and opinion based. It's literally by the West. The West, we don't even call it the Golden Age, actually. It's the West that does call it the Golden Age.
Arbon, do you want to say something? I've talked to Cynic for quite a while now. What do you want to say, Arbon?
I'm just gonna throw a question on the floor. I mean, would you be where you are right now without Islamic civilization?
Would I be here right now without fucking Socrates, schmuck? The whole world is based off of Socrates. What about that? That predates your fucking prophet Mo.
So what, Socrates? What did he? The only reason you know of the Greeks?
Focus on the
we
question,
translated the works of the Greeks by order of the
It's
chaos.
the same answer whether I say Socrates or Muhammad. It's the same fucking answer. It's a one system. There's not a speck of dust out of place in the whole universe.
No, it's not. One builds on the shoulders of another. Now you could say Plato.
What are you getting so bent out of shape for, Arbon? What are you sighing for over here? This isn't a sighing room.
1,000 years contemplating this stuff before you guys came down from the tree and start stealing
Seriously.
shit. Do you understand what's happening?
Your Kabbalists just stole a different tradition. I wouldn't say stole. Like, it's not a good... I'm not... But since you're just kind of, like, taking it this turn. But they simply incorporated all the Muslim philosophy or the Muslim knowledge, and they translated it in Hebrew terms. That's it. That's all it is. It's nothing the Kabbalists have that you would consider, profound, that you won't find in our text. You'll find previously. Absolutely, you'll find it. You'll find calculus. Dude, we were doing calculus. We were doing all of this. We just didn't...
Well, did you ever come up with Playboy or HBO, or Paramount or Amazon or Google or Tesla or Microsoft? I mean, what is your point?
You're criticizing the very thing. You literally are saying, people don't read. They're just watching all this stuff. They're watching HBO now. They're not actually learning. This is your criticism. And now you're saying, this is look at the contribution of the West. They brought in all these distractions. All right, they made.
These are your arguments, Mikhail, and you're putting all these words in my mouth. These aren't my arguments.
Actual knowledge. They didn't bring distractions or weapons of mass destruction into reality. It was the West that did this. We did not use. If it wasn't for the Mongols, we would probably be already on Mars if it wasn't for the Mongols. And this would have been just propped up by the Muslim world. Unfortunately, destiny and fate has something else in store for us. So that's what it is. It's our it shows that reality or God does not intend us to go to Mars. He intends for the truth, the falsehood and truth, to struggle until the day he inherits the earth. That's what's going to
You
happen.
think Muhammad is going to become the king of the earth?
Islam liberated the human mind, man. You know, if you have enslaved
They were the first to achieve that, huh? And the only to achieve
Muhammad is
that?
already the king of the
You
world.
were lost, man, in the jungle. You were lost for centuries.
This is 2025, schmuck. I was born in 1982. You're fucking delusional.
My God.
That's true. Don't. If it's come down to knowledge and the contributions that actually are beneficial, you'll find that it's Islam.
I hate to tell you this, but Muhammad is an inferior prophet. He's not the greatest. He's not the greatest since the Subway sandwich.
No, but just to whom? To whom are you?
To the master.
Who comes in close?
To the master.
Who's the master? Who's the master?
I can't tell you because you're not in the club.
Get out of here.
Why would I tell you who the master is?
You keep telling me I read.
I spent my whole life searching for the master. I finally found the master. You think I'm gonna give it up? You think I'm gonna give my gold, my treasure?
You don't have a master, bro. You literally don't have one. If you had one, you wouldn't. There is no reason not to bring up his name. So, because if he is someone of importance, we would already know him.
A demonic entity, I think that's all it is, man.
A demonic entity?
Yeah.
A demon? A demon?
Yeah, of course.
Well, you guys don't read books, so there's no point in even telling you who the master
Just
is.
tell us the
Tell
name.
us Jesus again, for Pete's sake. You
No,
know?
I'm not gonna. I'll give you. All right, I'll give you his secret name. I'll give you his magic. I'll give you his magic name.
Just tell us the name. Tell us the name.
Okay, can you listen? As opposed to talking, I know what you've asked. I'll tell you the name of the secret master. It's Frater Perturabo.
Ooh.
Frater Perturabo. It's
Even the name
it's his magic name. It stands for to endure until the end, aka Aleister Crowley.
Oh my
Oh
God.
my God.
Oh my God.
You can't take it. He's the secret master. He's the secret master.
Just drop this Crawley.
There we go. Hey, Aurora.
Wait a second. Are you a
Hi there,
sentientist?
darling.
A sentientist? What's a sentientist?
Sentientist.
What's that?
Follow the left-hand path.
No,
Yes,
no,
he
no.
is.
Oh, okay.
It's the right and the left.
You say
It's
so.
balance.
No, there's no left. There's no balance. If you follow the left
Sexual
path,
perversion. He reached the enlightenment through sexual perversion. He tried everything.
yeah, it's
Fucking
evil.
coke, maybe even two. I don't know. Fuck it, you know.
No. I mean, it's not that
Could be sexual
crazy.
perversion if you
You
did
gotta
it with
look up
your
Sentianism.
My
husband.
gosh.
A husband and a wife.
If I wasn't I mean,
He had orgies with God knows who. He was the most despicable. My God, he's just.
he was a he definitely knew stuff. He was definitely
He
chasing.
tried everything. He tried everything you can think of.
I don't know. I don't know. I know he tried rituals or stuff like that. I don't know how accurate that stuff is, but I know he is practically the spiritual founder of Setianism, at least as it's known in the West, in the left-hand path. I mean, people are in. He is. I respect Setianism as like the opposite belief of the right-hand path, which is Islam, or submission. But I don't think you actually know Setianism, so I'm not going to go into that.
Okay, great. Well, welcome back to the book club, everybody, where we're talking about things we learned from books. We read a bunch of books, and now we're talking about it because there's no other way to do this information transfer. So, welcome to the book club, everybody. Some people like this book, some people like that book. But in my opinion, the fact that you like this book more than these books doesn't make your book any better than all these other books. It's just my opinion.
That's true. That is just an opinion. But how do we actually compare texts? And how do we, well, you're going to have to tell me, well, what did you learn from this guy? What did you learn from this text? And then I'll see whether this is something that is taught in our text or whether it's something our text opposes or where's our position or is this like new information, enlightenment or like, so that's what we want to see. You're right. It's just an opinion at this point.
Mm.
Tell us the name.
It's an opinion. Oh my God.
But that's why I keep asking you. Are you saying Taoism? Are you saying Zen? Are you saying this guy's name? I'm asking you, what did you find profound in reading this text? If I told you to provide me a summary of this text, of the information you found profound, you can't just tell me, well, this induces me into a spiritual state.
Mm-hmm.
You can't just keep saying that. That's
what I have discovered. When I let's say I have 100 different books and I chant them all, the effect is the same, but the information is obviously different, but the effect is always still a brainwave state. It's the same thing as a movie theater brainwave state. When you sit down in a theater, or even when you open up your Gmail, people's brains go into a neural pattern of sorts. And so what I'm saying is, when you read any sacred text that deals with God, it always creates the same effect, a Gnostic effect. And reading it silently,
how do you know what
experimentation. I've experimented. I've done a lot of experimentation, and you can't do it. You cannot. It's subjective. I'm giving you my opinion, obviously, because life is opinion. It's not life isn't facts. Life is opinion, and the universe is the transformation, which you could call an actual fact, because we all know we're going to die. We all know that everything is going to disappear and change. Eventually, the fucking star is going to explode, and Earth will just be a nothingness. So, it's all relative, cynic. And part of this whole journey.
I thought you were implying some sort of infinity and that we were infinite or stuff like that.
Yeah, well,
now it's all darkness.
It's hypothesized that Earth is going to essentially detonate itself with nuclear weapons and turn into its own star, and then your consciousness might get transmitted through the ether through some black hole. You'll come out of your butthole, and your mom will give birth to you again, and she'll say, cynic, he can't even repair a laptop. All he does is go on this social audio chat app and fucking use his wrist and waste his time and sit there and fucking shill for Palestine all day long. Shill. I'll never stop. I gotta get back to fixing laptops. Don't talk about my mom, and don't talk about my booty hole coming out of a black hole, because I'm a part of a book club.
It's cool, man. If that's your understanding, if we're stuck in some repetitive cycle, and that's what it is, and we have to wait millions or billions of years before we get pooped out of a black hole again or whatever, that's your prerogative. You can believe in whatever you believe. But
my point is,
you need the Quran. This is why you need a revelation from
I need
God.
the book club, dude. I got to give you that good news again. It's called the book club. And, I read books, so I don't know what to tell you, man. It doesn't sound to me like you reading books. It sounds like he's just talking all the time. That's it. Let's read a book together. That's the whole show. Thanks for coming, everybody. I called this the Mikhail the Muslim Kabbalist show. That's the name of my show. It's called Mikhail the Muslim Kabbalist. That's the whole show. The show's over, ladies and gentlemen.
The show's over. No hypnosis.
Yeah, I'm ready to go to bed. I'm not going to do any Gnosticism today. See, this is the thing. I've been reading all these Gnostic texts on here for quite a long time, but now Mikhail is interested in it, and he thinks I'm copying him.
Mikhail? Who's Mikhail?
I mean, I promote God, and so I'm happy he's reading. But if he thinks that his Muslim tradition is the source of everything, well, that's just vanity, and it's there's just too many sources out there to just refute opinion. And it's not like I'm refuting it. I'm just saying that you may prefer tacos, you may prefer burritos, you may prefer pizza, but if you only eat burritos, ugh. What a horrible diet. That's so boring. Even though I like burritos.
Variety is spice of life. Yeah.
But Arban here, he is a devout Muslim, and he thinks that Islam is the source of everything.
Yeah, I encountered him yesterday.
I mean, do you even know what the word
Bar.
Islam means, Arbon?
Yeah, submission to Allah.
So I slam you against the floor. I slam. Or I slam you against something, you know. It's a
A
sound.
wall.
It's a sound. Islam. I slam. I slam.
You're making fun.
No, every word is a sound. And so what I'm saying is when people first started using the sound, you know, people had to get used to it and say, what does that mean? I slam. Islam. Like, what does that mean? Islam. Oh, it's a new word. We just created it. See what I'm saying? That's how the source of all words are just, you know, we're making up sounds.
I just believe we needed to push religiously and, metaphysically and scientifically, and Islam was there at the right time.
Dude, it was political, man. They were responding to the Christians. It was a war.
What?
It was a war for supremacy. The Jews loved it because finally somebody was like, we're going to fight the Christians. And the Jews are sitting back, they're like, we don't even have to do anything now. These dumb fucks are going to kill each other and leave us alone.
Listen, that area was always split up in tribes. There was no reason for them to unite. It had never happened before. You don't understand. The first battle, there was uncle fighting against nephews, son against father. It's like a nuclear reaction, which means it takes a lot to break those bonds of tribal and families. That's what Islam did. In order to get...
They're still doing it. Are you shitting me? The whole fucking area is nothing but tribalism.
History. Just... There's no more tribal... I mean, okay, if an Arab feels a bit more superior because of whatever, that's on him, but he's not supposed to.
Yeah, well, go ahead and explain that to the Fakhuri family. Go explain that to the fucking Bin Laden family and all these tribes that are constantly, you know, fighting each other for supremacy.
Yes, okay. What I'm trying to say is there's nothing natural about what happened to the Arabs during this early Islamic time. There's nothing natural about that one. Everything is, it required a supernatural intervention. Only God could have brought them together and achieved what they achieved afterwards and left this impact now, which is Islam, in your face till the day of judgment. There's nothing you can do now.
So now I gotta get slammed every day by people who claim that their opinions are facts. I slam you with my opinion. It's a fact. I just slammed you with it. That's what's happening here. You're brainwashed.
I like you. I give you that. You make me laugh. I'd listen to you.
Yeah, you're brainwashed. I mean, you're hypnotized with your own shtick.
I just complimented you. You returned a compliment with an insult. Oh my God.
Well, I'm trying to wake you up. So, because if I can make you laugh, I can increase your conscious awareness of your conditioning. And you're resuggesting the suggestions you've absorbed onto me and projecting them to me. And I'm just a snake.
So you think Islam enslaves your mind and your whatever, it limits you, so to speak.
Rumi is the real prophet. Muhammad is just a terrorist.
Rumi, oh my God. You guys are obsessed with our Sufi garbage, man.
Sufi
I don't
garbage.
respect any of the
Without Rumi, there would be no Islam. It would have disappeared already.
No, you only recognize these guys because of their metaphysical made-up garbage. They self-infused trauma from over-worshipping. Oh, I saw things. How come only the Sufis saw things? No Sunni Muslim ever saw things. These guys are all seeing things. I'm telling you, man, they're completely off rocket.
No, dude, you're just not reading a good book.
What's to read, man? I did some research.
But cashless bail allows.
I don't understand what they're talking about, man. It's like they're high on something. They're just spitting out verses
Well,
of the unknown.
you believe in God, right?
Yeah, believe me, no. The prophet came and left. That's it. No more prophets. No more hidden knowledge coming out of nowhere. Believe me.
Oh, you're a miserable bastard. When was the last time you even kissed a woman? You're miserable, I can tell.
These guys are the keys to the secrets of universe, these guys. These Sufis.
Yeah,
The
master
secrets of the secrets.
of the universe. It's magic.
I think it's demonic inspired garbage, man. Just
Demonic? You think God is demonic?
No, God, no. What Sufis are experiencing, man. I heard this voice and this and that, coming with knowledge which completely contradicts the prophetic sunnah. Just this is unnecessary knowledge dwelling in these things, man.
This is an unnecessary conversation, my friend. You're lucky I'm even indulging
Islam
you.
is the middle way, man. You don't understand. Islam is the middle way. There's nothing extreme about Islam. It's right in the middle. Neither left nor right.
Okay, well, great.
It's called the middle way.
Yeah, I know. There's the Chinese call it the middle way, the Japanese call it the middle way, the Hindus call it the middle way, the Christians call it the middle way, the Jews call it the middle way.
We don't over worship, like 10 hours, Allah Akbar, Allah Akbar. No. Dude, 5 minutes, be done. Go, collect your risk, your whatever God has allocated to you. Work hard. We don't worship 10 hours a day. Not even 1 hour altogether, man. Don't you understand? We keep it simple and straight. No need to overcomplicate things or fill your head with things that ain't gonna benefit you,
Well, I don't know what
What
to
do
tell
you think
you.
Muslims did? They prayed 1 hour and did science for the other whatever time was left. And they achieved so much. And this for the Sunni Muslims. I mean, of course, there were some Sufi also along the way, but it was quite an age of enlightenment and then curiosity and uncharted
There's
territories.
only. Do you think that there's such a thing as the past? Do you still believe in the past?
You can't take the credit. You have to understand, it was Islam that encouraged that. None of the other religions has ever done that. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Done what?
Encourage people to achieve those levels of intellect and curiosity and while harmoniously with your spiritual life as well. You see, the West has advanced so much, but more they're completely bankrupt, man. Spirituality is non-existent in the West.
That's not true at all. I mean, you don't know anything about the history of the West, then.
My God.
My God, listen to you. You sound miserable and pathetic.
These are secular societies, man. Things change from year to year. You look back, everything is completely different. Morally, you name it. Advancing technologically, you're just gonna end up going to the grave faster. You get these nuclear weapons and shit under Islam that will never be invented.
Listen,
No,
I don't know who I'm talking to, but you don't happen to be related to the Unabomber. Do you live in a shack in the forest?
Dude, I'm a civil engineer. I mean, I have a full-time job, 60 hours a week designing bridges and roads. And dude, don't worry about me, man. I'm fine.
Well, here you are talking to some schmuck on the fucking internet like a high school girl, chit-chatting like some little girl, like you're wasting all your time, bro.
Wasting. I'm working.
Working what?
I'm designing this damn ditch here for a project on 95, but it's not working.
What are you using, AutoCAD?
Open roads.
Open roads.
It's a Bentley software. It's used for drainage simulations, drainage design, modeling in 3D, all this stuff. But since COVID, I ended up working from home and I haven't been at the office, I think like a 8 months or so. Pretty much, I do my own hours. But this shit is due tomorrow and this ditch ain't working. I'm flooding the goddamn road.
Maybe you should pray to Allah for an answer.
No, I don't listen to music, so I like things in the background, something to incite my curiosity, engage, whatever, I listen to documentaries and stuff.
Try reading a book.
I have quite a large selection. It's mostly a PDF. I got some hard copy books as well, mostly.
Yeah, well, when was the last time you read them?
I'm in front of the computer the whole time. Every time I think of something, I just Google it quickly, go to Wikipedia, download something. Pretty much everything is at your fingertips now, man. You don't necessarily have to sit on your couch and read a book,
Well, I chant books and I record them onto YouTube, so I can re-listen to what I'm chanting, and not necessarily have to reread the book again, because now I can just listen to myself read the book. But What I'm saying is, it's very pleasurable and it creates a
Absolutely.
deep
No, no,
relaxation.
no. I'm jealous. I'm jealous of that because I think people need to be connected more to books. It definitely does something to you, you know, your imagination, the way you think. Do you think
Yeah,
there's such thing as dangerous books somehow, you know?
the Bible is very dangerous, and so is the Quran, because people take it so literally as opposed to metaphorically, meta, that they literally will drive themselves crazy and other people crazy and possibly even murder people because they get so angry that their opinions aren't being accepted as facts.
I see.
Look at Mikhail.
Yeah, yeah.
Mikhail comes in here and says, "It's not a fucking opinion. It's a fucking fact. The N-word. You fucking N-word." It's like, Mikhail, relax. I guess you're not getting the message. Relax. Relax. If you have the truth, what do you have to worry about?
He's a bit passionate, you know. It doesn't take much to incite some, you know, anger out of him. But it still is quite a good interlock. I mean, sometimes he overdoes it in the sense he doesn't let you speak, you know. Goes on forever. It's he's definitely well read in a sense. I mean, well read. Now reading is just no one is really reading books. I'm thinking. I think he's using the AI so much too. You know, he's an AI pretty much all day long.
Yeah. See, the thing is, God, though, is the super AI. So if you go to the sacred text, you're actually getting the same thing. Because AI is just trying to essentially uh, redo what's already been done. And
How would you define AI? How would you define AI? I mean, besides having access to, let's just say, all the cumulative knowledge of humanity, what do you think he's doing in the background?
it's speeding everything up. And it is that the large language model, it's making a lot of spam is really what it's doing. But when you concentrate the spam and focus it on the God, it becomes high value. But most of the stuff that's being created is just spam for impressions and clicks.
It goes for this data and just what I mean. I understand you ask him a question, so he analyzes it and spits out, I guess, the best case scenario of whatever. I don't know. But
Yeah, yeah.
what about self-learning? Whatever that means. Has it started yet in a sense of, I don't know, drawing conclusions in a sense, and then
You would think that they would be able to fully automate development where you could let AI go wild and say, go ahead and create super intelligent network. Like, create some shit on your own, you know? But it's like AI is still relying on us to prompt it, and it's not conscious it to a high degree where it's creating anything useful for itself or for others. I mean, you know, if you watch Terminator, when Skynet becomes sentient and then determines to kill its controllers, people are worried about this doomsday scenario, but everybody's so stupid because they don't realize we've just created a complicated hypnosis device. It's all spam, and everybody on their phone all the time. It's just we're living in the age of mindless, stupid spam. People are spending a large percentage of people's lives are just looking at a screen for dopamine creation in their brain.
Yeah. When do you think we're gonna see some serious side effect of this experiment? You know, maybe in 50 years, 100. I don't know, because this is pretty detrimental to human mind. All this, we're getting the dopamine the wrong way. You know, God knows where it's gonna lead us to.
I mean, I don't have any kids. Do you have any kids?
Yeah, I have a daughter, which is I wish I had a son because daughters are more susceptible to, you know, God knows what.
It doesn't matter what the gender of your kid is. I mean, it's your kid. Well, who cares what the gender is?
It's just sons are stronger, you know. Less.
So raise your daughter to be strong and fearless. What the fuck is your problem? You're complaining all the time.
Well, society has to be a bit, healthier for you to raise a healthy daughter.
Well, how do you improve the world? How do you improve society?
It's just too much going downhill. No one can stop this damn thing.
Dude, if you want to improve society, you have to improve yourself. And the
True.
thing is, if you want to update your software program, you have to start reading books. There's no other good way to improve your brain. Read books, go to the gym, and shut the F up. That's it. That's the secret.
I'm good with my hands, My gym is going on top of the roof right now. I'm finishing my roof. I changed the whole goddamn thing. Put new shingles, new felt, new plywood.
But you're not going to the gym, though.
This is the gym. I gotta go up there, up and down the goddamn stairs, lifting shingles.
Well, do you have access to a gym? Are you a man?
Yeah, of course. What I'm saying is, I get my workout working around this goddamn house, man. Always doing something. I'm exhausted most of the time.
Yeah, I know.
I work 10 hours a day.
Isn't it funny? Because your house is just your tomb. You're like an Egyptian pharaoh preparing you for your burial day.
True. By the time I'm done with this, it's time to go and hand it over to someone else. Isn't it funny that way? Just we accumulate stuff, and it's just the grave is like what, I don't know, 2x6 or whatever the hell that is. There's some small space.
Well, that can give, if you realize that you and everyone else is going to disappear, you can eliminate a lot of this unnecessary conversation. And this app is unnecessary conversation. And Mikhail is the perfect example of somebody who runs around this app having unnecessary conversations.
What about selling everything, convert it to gold, and take that gold in the grave with you? I think that would be cool, Leave nothing behind. Convert everything to some bars of gold.
Good.
Concentrate your wealth into manageable size so you can take it with you. That's right next to you.
Well,
that'd be fun.
the pharaohs and the Egyptians, they left their treasure is not, in their gold and their craftsmanship. It's in their philosophy. And if you study Egyptian mythology, the Book of the Dead, or you study, Thelema, which is Aleister Crowley's religion.
Is it real? Look. I'm just talking about just making up stuff. The question is, were the Egyptians up to something in the sense? Did they reach not just some talk about the metaphysical in the sense of getting in touch with some entities, whatever those are, or something real, tangible. Not necessarily physical, it can also be spiritual, but real. Like, for example, demonic entities parading as some.
Well, these are all just metaphors, man. People take words so literally. We're on a social audio chat app. If I say the word water or wet, did you just get wet? No.
So when you say the Egyptians gave us so much, or that's their real treasure, what are you talking about?
They're the most ancient. I mean, going back 12,000 years they were playing games at the River Nile, and those games, those mythologies are with us right now. Jesus Christ, even Muhammad, you could say all those things are the same stories and myths, just regurgitated, different place, different time, but it's the same pattern. So the Egyptians are most likely the most original pattern, and all of the world's religions, in the proximity, are just repeating that same pattern in a different narrative.
Are you saying Jesus was not real?
I'm saying that it's the same story told over and over again. It's absolutely
Egyptian mythology, I understand that, but that's not real. There's just them making up stuff. Jesus walked the earth.
I don't know. You gotta understand, there's like a source book, and that source book has 5 different columns, and it's just they're different sounds, like Mercury and Apollo and Hermes.
Christians being influenced by those stories. I understand that. I give you that one. I believe so. Christianity is completely backtracking Egyptian stuff, but the
Prophet Muhammad, what do you think we go back to? I mean, did we copy someone's mythology or something? What do you think is now? I mean, it's just saying there's one God. What mythology speaks of one God, the creator of the universe, outside time and space? I mean,
Well, Muhammad was a magician, and he pulled off a miraculous
What?
feat. He
the
disappeared.
prophet did.
He went into a cave, and he spoke to an angel. He meditated with his higher consciousness, and he came out, and he proclaimed that he was in converse with the source. So, but it's the same fucking scam. I mean, I'm not saying it's a scam. I'm just saying it's the same. It's the same pattern. It's the same game. It's the same video game, just with a different label on the outside.
Now, do you believe in God? So I don't know. So I'm a little lost a little bit here. Do you believe in God?
Yeah.
As the concept Abrahamic God, really?
Yeah, yeah. But I believe in the book. I believe in the word, and so I think God is floating around secretly in the word, and it's up to us to do communication, to
True.
play.
Is there such thing as a prophet of God? So that's like the next question. Is there such thing as a prophet of God?
Yeah, look at the word prophet. It doesn't just mean like somebody with vision. It means literal prophet. You will profit from the wisdom.
Do you have anyone in mind that fits the description of a prophet from this God that you believe in?
Yeah, all of our prophets throughout the ages. They're all, you know.
You just called Islam a scam, the prophet a scammer? What do you mean? I don't get it.
I'm just making a joke. You know, don't you think God likes comedy?
No, I think he has a sense of humor.
Yeah, it's called the universal joke. That's the joke. Is you right now are playing the joke on yourself and on me and other listeners, but it's just a joke. And so, you know, at the end, it's just silence. That's it. It's beyond words, and God is.
What
is
happens
beyond
after
words.
we die? What is your belief?
It's like going to sleep. You're going to experience it in just a couple hours when you go to sleep. That is the exact same thing as death. It's like turning the electricity
You're right.
off.
Yeah, you can call it a small death. Now, literally, when you die, you're 100 years old. Pretty much that's it. Your body gave up. You're not waking up anymore. What happens to your
I heard
soul or something?
my uncle died, and he like let out a whelp, like you know. And so to me, it's possible that your consciousness like goes into a black hole or gets reabsorbed into the universe. So
What would you need to guess? Some other people have told you what truly happened, but you don't want to believe them. So it's better if you just guess around, assume maybe I'm right or what.
you asked me a question. I'm giving you a fucking little ditty here, an allegory
For sure
joke.
what you believe, dude.
Dumbass, it's called opinion. Did you think my name was fact? No.
Okay, where do you base it? What do you base it?
On the conversation we're having right now.
Because I'm asking about the unknown, and you're like, yeah, I know, yeah.
Well,
Like,
let me ask you this: does anything exist outside of the now?
outside of the now, like now.
Now. Now is another word for the word all. All, meaning that there's no past, there's no future. It's a compression in the now. So everything that has happened in the past and everything that will happen in the future is pressed into what we call the now. And that's the conversation we're having right now over our stupid fucking cell phone and wasting our time like little kids. That's it. Think about it really deeply. There's no tomorrow right now. You can't touch it, you can't taste it, you can't feel it. You can conceive it, you can think about it, but the molecules in your brain having the thought, that's still in the now. But our brains are so powerful that we perceive words as being objects. When I say water and wet, you know, you're not getting wet, but some people will say, I just got wet, you know, like, you see how we use words and it ends up taking us out of the now because we're always so forward projecting or history projecting. Like, that's the problem, is people like Mikhail can't be in the moment. The now is all there is. And all of your shtick and all your rhetoric and all of your debate and bullshit is still compressed in the now. And
What
so
about planning for the future?
Do you ever plan for the future?
If you want to plan for the future, you got to do it in the now. There's no other way to plan appropriately. If you can't do it now, you'll never achieve any success in the future.
I agree. So I mean, I don't know. I don't know. So
The
far, I
now
agree.
is all there is. What do you think all means in Allah? All. It's it. It's everything is God. That's all that Allah means. When people were walking around the desert, they were like, Allah, 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 Allah. They're looking at a bird, they're looking at the sand, they're picking up the sand in the desert and they're throwing the sand in there. They're like, Allah, Allah, Allah. That's what it is. All is God. That's what it is.
No, don't say that. Man.
What do you mean don't say that? Yes, that's exactly what it means. I mean, it's my opinion, of course.
God is not his creation, neither is the creation God.
This is in the philosophy books, my friend. I know you spend a lot of time working on your engineering projects, but I spend a lot of time looking at these books.
You can look at those books written by people. I'm telling you what God says about himself.
Oh, you are the source subject matter expert. Okay, Arbon. It's not your opinion, it's a fact. You got you got the Mikhail mind virus. You got brain rot, bro. No wonder why you hate your daughter. You're like, oh, I wish I had a son. It's because you don't see your daughter as being divine. Your daughter is an extension of Allah.
He created heaven, he created hellfire. As people are burning in hellfire, do you think Allah is in hell as well? Yeah, no. It's just far, far away from that. He can create and he can destroy, you know. He doesn't destroy himself, he just destroys completely into nothing as everything he creates if he so wills it. EMC square, my friend. Energy to matter, matter back to energy.
Ooh, another satisfied customer. Okay, this has been nothing but lies. This is Snake.
centers coming in, all these billionaires say, hey, it's a lot cheaper. But here's something that a lot of people don't realize that. Washington are actually executing those laws that we are. I go home.
Freaking mental.
I mean, and this is for you.
Okay, I hope you enjoyed the show. This has been Mikhail, the Muslim Kabbalist, and Lies in Tribalism.